please like and comment. More than anything, share this one for us. And it's not because we make money on the backside. It's honestly because the guy that invented this deserves the credit. Today's video is about this guy right here from Active Controls. Now, a lot of y'all may have remembered this because there was a unit like this that was sold from another company and they have since stopped selling it. I can't tell you why they stopped selling it, but what I can tell you is this is an original design by a guy with a degree in electrical engineering based out of Florida. His name is Thomas. They started this company about 2 years ago, and what this is it's a surge protection unit, and you can see right here, handles up to 5250 joules, whereas the Watchdog only goes up to 4800. It's got higher surge capability than the Watchdog. The other thing is this has Softstart built into it. So you can run 2 AC units on a generator or a 30 amp circuit, which is absolutely amazing. Now, this in itself is incredible. For people that full time, this isn't necessarily what you want. This is more for weekenders that they just want to plug something in and be on the road. What these guys have done, they come up with this guy. It's the exact same thing, but it's a hardwired unit. Same specs, 5250 on the joule rating, and it's got your inputs and your line in and then your line back out to the rig, and it's secured with these massive lugs, so you don't have to worry about if you got it tight or not. Now, in comparison, what we're all used to is having to install these things on every one of the air conditioners. Now, for us, we have 3 of them. These run roughly $300 a piece. That's 900 bucks. Then you add in the Watchdog, which is another $300. You're at $1,200 off the bat. This is right around $700. Massive savings, massive. The other nice thing about it is, just like the Watchdog, this unit and this unit has replaceable surge units. So if you deplete the 5250 in either one of them, you just plug in a new surge module. You don't have to buy a brand new box. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go plug this into the pedestal and show you how easy this thing is. And then in a few minutes, we're going to hardwire this in because we're getting rid of Watchdog. All right, so this is how easy this is. I'm going to shut the power off. I'm going to pull the cord out. Got it fully seated on there. This goes into that. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's also got a lock ring on it so that you can tie it down so it doesn't get stolen. And then the key for it is on the top, which I'm gonna cover that up so none of you yahoos out there mess with my power. I'm gonna turn it on. It's connected. So as you can see, it connects to a Hara, and this is the external, but it gives you the amperage on line 1 and 2. It gives you the voltage of the pedestal, so you know if your pedestal is good or not. It's running at 60 hertz. It does an energy calculator just like the Watchdog. It gives you a total energy used, and it gives you the outside temperature. It also has the ability for alarms, but I hadn't figured that out yet. And then it tells you how much power you're using on each one of your legs. Then if you go to settings, you can reset the time on the energy meter. You can disable the EMS, which is your surge protection. You can disable the soft starting if you want to. I hadn't figured out why 230 volts is enabled on that, but I'll call them and find out. The nice thing that I like about it is it tells you, so it's not only does it have one surge unit on it, it's got 2. It's got 1 per line. So it tells you what state your surge protector is in if you need to replace it, which the Watchdog doesn't do that. and those things degrade over time with the more spikes that they hit. So the other thing that you can do is you can go in and you can tell it what size your generator is, and it adjusts its parameters to start the air conditioners based off of that generator size, which I think is just incredible. So if you've got a 2,000 watt Honda generator, you can set that down and it'll adjust for that. We run a 4,500 watt generator. I'll probably actually drop that down to a 3,000 because we typically run on propane, and I think that's like 32 or 3,500 watts. Anyway, it's just, to me, this is the best thing on the market for the RV industry right now. If you're 22 years old, getting on the roof of an RV is not that big a deal. Wiring this guy into all the I'm not a big fan of cutting air conditioner wires, but this is not that big a deal if you're young and still spry. If you're getting up there in age, you're stiff, you're a little less mobile. Not that you're old, but that's a dangerous place to be. You know, you can get up there with your shoe can grab traction and turn wrong and tear the roof. If you don't have to get on the roof and you can do everything from the ground, this is a no-brainer. And it saves money. Next to our micro air thermostats that work remotely, this is absolutely incredible. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get this watchdog out of here. This is what I don't like about Watchdog. See how those lugs are so small? It's just a small flathead screwdriver, and it's hard to get that thing to really buckle down into that.
I think it's bent. What happened to it?
All right, so this side is the outside, and this is the out here. So the first thing that I'm looking for is, so the black and the red are the lines, the white is the neutral, and then the gold is the ground. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark each one of these. So this is line one here looks like it's black, so I'm just going to write a B right there. Then neutral, which is white, ground, and then this will be red. Now I wrote that on the board, and it's not going to hurt that circuit or anything. And then the other side corresponds with it, so it'll flow in that direction. So this is the outside, this is the outside, and we're going to wire it up as such. And one of two things is going to happen. It's either going to blow or it's going to be fine. All right, those are all out. I kind of need to get these properly lined up, evidently. It doesn't help that these wires are cold. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to run this one off of propane because I don't want to have to get all the propane bottles out of the truck.
Don't you need to use all their stuff they sent?
They didn't give us a 30 amp dog run, they gave us a 110. Simply plug it into that. Now, it'll take a second for this thing to kick back on. It's pulling amperage. Let's go inside the fifth wheel and take a look. So we're gonna turn on AC1, set it to cool. I should be able to watch the wattage in the app kick on when it does.
There it goes. Now it's on.
All right, so that one's on. I'm gonna give it time to calm down. All right, so we're running about 11 amps. In theory, we should be able to kick this one on.
There it goes.
All right, so for those of y'all that are curious,